The starters on your screens for the defending champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs. You have on the other side for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. You have Pasha, Sulit, Fujimoto, Chuatico, Minor, De Guzman, and Fiona of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Here we go, set number 1.
Well, we have to mention, if you take the losses of NU as a prime example, that's UP and Adamson. Obviously, you cannot take Ateneo for granted in today's game.
Definitely in Ateneo.
That's what you love about this team. They're just positive about the whole situation.
And as you mentioned also, they just want to play spoilers here versus NU. And speaking of NU, let's turn it over to Denise today. Go ahead, Denise.
The likes of Bella Belen and Eliza Solomon,
who have been carrying the load here for the Lady Bulldogs all throughout this season. Solomon! Mukhang namiss naman talaga niya maglaro.
One good thing that she's focusing on in the next 2 games is to play with less pressure and no hesitation. She shared with me that she'll really try to enjoy the remaining 2 games.
Well, if you're NU, you have to be careful with your errors. A couple of errors already.
Biglang bawi naman.
What a season she's been having. Bella Belen has been leading NU, and we are actually really not surprised.
It is a 3-point lead now for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Take a look at the unforced errors. We have 4 for NU, just 1 for Ateneo. So a lot of composure and focus being shown by the Blue Eagles. This defensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Phil Amlag. And that must feel good if you get to block someone like that. Kaya okay lang. Pag tayo hindi na pwede.
No, but she has been a revelation here for Ateneo. And we say the future looks bright for the Lady Eagles.
Very, very bright indeed. As we get back to this game, nakaisa si Lams Lamina versus Lian de Guzman. 4-point push for Ateneo. We have NU slowly trying to play catch-up here. From the back row, no go. Regalo, good defense. Belen.
Still alive.
De Guzman will adjust. Easy over. Chance for NU. Lams will go to Bella. Oh, fighting her way through.
Done by NU. A lot of, look at that. You see the crossing of Turing. Then you have Eliza Solomon as an option. I mean, they are striving to perfect going into the Final Four.
That's something the other teams need to prepare for. Here comes Minor from the back row. Lamina, reverse set to Solomon. Straight to the hands of AC Minor. Here comes De Guzman. And that is a monster statement block. Solomon. And this defensive block is brought...
hairdo.
Sabi nga ni Denise.
Yes, sabi ni Denise. No, but I'm sure, you know, of course, Coach Sherwin is using the veterans for NU. But you will expect her to rise and shine.
1-point lead for Ateneo. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. Lamina to serve.
Another good one. Overpass.
And a chance for Bella Belen. Gandang regalo.
She did suffer from injury.
Right. Was that 2 years ago? I believe so. Or last year, but well, hindi nakita sa camera, but she's okay now. She's still on the court. And she's gonna tough it out as this point goes to the blue right on cue. They're gonna have Maaya check in for Turing. Kind of grimacing in pain. I believe so.
Yeah.
But at any rate, they're gonna go ahead and let her rest and check on her first. Maaya contributing real quick straight from the bench. So great contributions as well here for Maaya. Belen, best server in the league. NU has it. Solomon is denied. They're pointing to Vange. Here she comes.
Hitting the blocks. Going to Solomon. Going to Alinsog.
She needs to be in tip-top shape. Talking about Eliza Solomon. 3-point lead for NU. That's a good one here for the Blue Eagles.
Close, that's what you want to see from this young squad.
And they're really putting up a fight versus NU, which is great. It continues for the Blue Eagles, just down by 1 point.
At any rate, it was a net violation. Care of whom?
I believe Erin Pangilinan. Oh, what a play! So take a look at this.
Oh, pretty textbook volleyball for
triple block, Ryan Brad. No, the triple block.
Lindsog going up. I mean, great design play.
And you on the road here in the first set after a pretty slow start. Ball is still alive, and you has it. Lambs finds Belen, goes cross, dug up.
It's playable.
Pasha with a push. Lambs running attack from Erin Pangilinan. Alinsog serves. Little too tight.
Yeah.
Miscue.
All boxes checked.
That's
for
right.
NU.
Their system clicking in place so beautifully here. Talking about the Lady Bulldogs, and with that service ace, they are fast serve. Sensitive skin needs 15 essential ceramides. Face the game with a healthy, hydrated skin. Cetaphil for everyone's sensitive skin. Serving for the set. That's a good serve from Pangilinan. Gives a chance, opportunity for NU. None other than the team captain. Bella Belen finishes. Move of the set is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations, and that is it.
For NU, they're looking at a clean record, but then they were upset by both UP and Adamson, you know. But you learn from those losses.
Correct.
And if you're seeing the way they're playing, they look like they learned a lot.
And I feel like Eliza Solomon, especially,
She needs to learn to keep herself healthy.
they will need her most beautiful fast serve. Sensitive skin needs 15 essential ceramides. Face a game with a healthy, hydrated skin.
Well, even the best server is having her way, and that's bad news for Ateneo. They've got to pass better like that.
That's from Gian Chuatico, our birthday girl yesterday, and one of the rookies here who really stepped up big. 1 point lead for NU. Maaya to serve. Fujimoto, quick one to Gian.
See, another good pass.
Here comes Vange, challenging the blockers. Pasha, blocked. Fujimoto, again to Pasha, with a hit out.
The smallest blocker in NU side is Lambs Lamina. So look at that. They get the point. 1-on-1.
Accusations to Akari. To get back to this match, 8 unforced errors now for NU, 4 for Ateneo. They'll try again. Blocking is good here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Wow.
Nobody was prepared for that over on the Ateneo side.
Yeah, obviously the defense was focusing on Bella Belen and the front lines. They forgot, like you said about Solomon, you want to mount a rally.
You want to capitalize on the errors of NU. But a quick one from Pangilinan, turn things around real quick here for the Lady Bulldogs.
You know, from the losses of NU and how they're playing here in this match against Ateneo. They're not taking Ateneo for granted.
For them. Right, that's NU rather.
NU, right.
Yep. Another error for the Lady Bulldogs piling up here in the second set. Belen will need to adjust.
Not much adjustment.
Was already a broken play for the Lady Bulldogs. This move of set is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations. Just finding the edge of the court.
It was a broken play, so she just read the defense of Ateneo.
Minor slicing through that block. They're feeling good today. You can obviously see that. Good serve from Belen. Fujimoto finds Minor. Right on the money for AC. A much needed point for the Blue Eagles.
Yeah, you like the adjustment. Look at that. Better pass. 1-on-1.
Well, NU is the best serving team in the league right now. She'll try again. Fujimoto reverses Sumayo. Single block. And this offensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Phil Amlak.
Great read. Great at the zone 1 going Alinsog's way.
So much confidence down the side of the Lady Bulldogs. Great defense as well. Alinsog over the blockers. Scrappy plays for Ateneo. It's a good dive from Bella. And Erin Pangilinan joins the scoring party because why not?
Time of NU is remarkable in today. At least here the second set. Look at that. They're diving for every ball. They're keeping every ball in play.
Everything clicking now for the Lady Bulldogs. Ateneo
Has been having problems with their passing. So not a lot of options for Fujimoto.
7-1 run now for NU.
Reaction of Alinsog. Again, well read. But yeah, I mean, AC Minor just using...
It's all very intentional.
Yeah.
Every single decision has that intent to produce, obviously, a point. And it continues here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Nothing, you know, they can't do anything wrong. Talking about NU block.
Pretty tough hill to climb for the Blue Eagles. Finally get something here from Montoro.
It's a fact that the defending champions are playing well.
Correct.
So what can you do? Find some sort of rhythm on your here. You want to end it.
Good services though from Montoro. Much better passing here. They go to Bella who rolls it over the blockers. Pangilinan will serve. Cortez finds De Guzman. She is blocked. But that sails outside. Make it a little bit more challenging for them. Nams goes to Maaya. Good cover. However, just not enough firepower to send this one over. It's also their, I believe, third straight year of missing the postseason. Talking about the Blue Eagles, but not the best way for them to start the set. Single block from... And this defensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Philam Life. That is a team captain, Bella Belen. Fiery start here in our third.
The teams need to learn from the first set loss, the second set loss here in the third set. You have to realize the blocking is on point, so you need to cover. We saw
tied game. That point from AC Minor, one-hand set. Regalo for Maaya, and De Guzman just right in front of her. Set. This move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations.
That's you, Belen Noreen.
Thanks for that, Denise. And I like that word control because that is exactly what NU is doing here in this match. Combination play again from the Lady Bulldogs.
Look at that combination play, one-on-one, and actually not a well-established
per match, and she really needs to step it up today because so far it has been Minor leading the way for the Blue Eagles with 7. Easy pick. 3-point lead now for NU. Chuatico will try, unsuccessful. The reverse to Eliza Solomon, dug up by Montoro. Still playable. They send this one over. Ateneo has it. Tax finds De Guzman. Making her way through that NU block.
NU, you take advantage, right? And we did say De Guzman's got to get more sets, and she does not disappoint.
Tax serving.
Good serve.
Lambs to Solomon.
Good dig.
The bump to AC Minor. A great hustle here from NU. They go to De Guzman from the left pin.
If maybe she is a senior. She's a senior. Is she playing
Super senior.
Super yes. So maybe her last few games she wants to go.
Rather now 2 points lang lamang ng NU, and you can't give these chances to the Lady Bulldogs. A quick one to Chuatico.
Well orchestrated play for NU.
And that has been the bread and butter here of the Lady Bulldogs. 36 attack points for them, 21 for Ateneo. That's a good dig. Arroyo will chase.
Good save.
Lian putting a little bit more power. But talk about power from Maaya, and you like how everybody on the side of NU. Just look at this replay before we head on to this Ateneo timeout. Beautiful play from Maaya. Ateneo timeout. That's on Sunday, April 27.
After Holy Week.
Yeah, pretty long time from now. So, madami pang pwedeng mangyari. A chance for our teams to reset and regroup. Unforced errors, 16 for NU, 10 for Ateneo. And much needed point This defensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Philam Life. Lady Bulldogs in double digits in this match. Montoro. Chance here. Pangilinan. Nandoon si Arroyo. De Guzman from the back. Solomon goes cross. Dug up. Easy over. Another chance for the Lady Bulldogs as Lambs will find Solomon!
For these open looks for NU.
For NU. Such a steady presence on the court as well. Diba sabi nga ni Denise also, she likes making her teammates feel confident. And she's doing that so well today. What about Montoro? To really show up for her team, she does.
Yeah, you like the substitution, bringing Montoro, but her points man. But we're glad she's okay.
That's right. No bad falls here. Lambs to Pangilinan. Nothing yet here. They go to AC Minor. And you know, if you're a Blue Eagle, you want to give that to the fans also.
Yes.
That excitement. Walang sounds unity.
I totally agree with that.
Good cover there from Montoro. They'll try again. That goes to NU, and they will lead us to our second technical timeout.
Top seeds this season, NU already assured of a spot in the Final Four, 10-2 in the standings. And they are looking good here in this match against Ateneo. Good serve. Oh! Hits that through Shuatico. Great set by Pono.
17, serving 15.
Good save.
Here comes Bello. They're asking for a check.
Bella to Bello.
At sabi ni Denise, diba? Leadership is not loud, it is felt, and you see that in Bella every time she's on the court with her teammates. Bello again!
Oh!
Second straight point for Aisha Bello.
Bello is the future of
Correct.
NU because rumor has it, we're not saying that it's 100%. Will not play next year.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's preparing for next season.
And the future looks very bright here for NU. De Guzman slicing through.
Wall, but Leon De Guzman, look at this, able to power through.
A 3-point lead now for the Lady Bulldogs. Fujimoto with 12 excellent sets. She will serve. Pono, combination play.
Whoa!
What a good dig from Hugo. Here comes De Guzman, is denied. Another one over the blockers. Good cover from Pono. They go to Bella, blocked.
Whoa!
Another one for Bella Belen. Coming from this game to the last match as well.
Overpass.
Regalo for Chami.
Well, you like the way when you talk about veteran leadership, you see it. Especially, let's just talk about today. You're just down by 3.
Correct.
Why not extend this to a 4th set?
And you know they can.
Yeah.
Combination play. Good read from Hugo. Chance for NU. Lambs will pick Solomon. Nandoon si Fujimoto. The scramble for the ball. NU has it. They go back to Solomon. They recall this one still outside.
They are knocking on NU's door ever so loudly.
Lambs reverses to Bella.
Whoa!
AC Minor. Nothing. Lambs this time to Solomon. Rolls it over. Commend the defense of Tax Fujimoto as well. Lamina tries Bella.
Oh! Is a twice to beat advantage. We have to keep saying that because it may come in handy.
Serving for the match. Ateneo needs a good swing. They look to say Pasha. She is blocked, and that is it for our match today. The 10th win of the Lady Bulldogs in UAAP Season 87.